Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Melee. There won't be any buzzers today, fella. I am, of course, Doc Savage, creator and host of the Pro Wrestling Melee game show. And today is a special episode. It's not one of our special events. No, this is the equivalent of having the World Championship match on Monday Night Raw. Because our challenger, the undefeated sound that runs the pound, Chris Guardino,
Hello.
is across the table from the reigning, defending, undisputed Melee World Champion, winner of the first Melee Rumble, defended it at Melee Mania 1, embarrassed his opponent at Verbal Assault. Welcome the champ, the Lex. Sir, welcome.
Hello, sir.
Guardino, welcome,
How you
sir.
doing? Champ.
Oh, we're already observing Ring of Honor rules with handshakes. Wonderful. Gentlemen, one of you will punch your ticket to Melee Mania to face the SRG Boss. He sent me the company hat to make sure that you guys knew he's gunning for one of you. And also a special thanks to our friends at Clothesline Apparel. Remember, duck the clothesline. Fellas, this is a 5-round championship melee.
Oh, my God.
Well, remember, it doesn't always go 5 rounds. One of you might knock the other one out a bit sooner. So he knows what it's like to knock out somebody by round 3. So, yeah, 5 rounds. You know that for all debates, I judge on Kurt Angle's 3 eyes, intensity, integrity, and intelligence. For trivia, that's all on you, how much you know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sure? Okay, then. Gentlemen, for our opening main debate, the champion retains the right to answer this one first or defer.
Okay.
That's why you were looking for the buzzer, not for the opening
Just slap
debates.
the table.
The champ reserves the right. So, champ, I'm going to read the first question, and you can either attack it first or let him go. Your first question, who is the most influential wrestler of this decade, 2010 to now, of this decade? 2010 to now.
The past 8 years.
Of the last 8 years, who's the most influential wrestler? Would you like to tackle this one first or defer?
I'll defer.
Okay. Chris Guardino.
I will say CM Punk.
CM Punk's your answer. Who will be yours?
I'll say The Miz.
The Miz. Start your answer. Why is CM Punk the most influential wrestler of this decade?
CM Punk changed the game in WWE. When he dropped his pipe bomb, he looked straight into the camera and told the truth and woke up the audience and in a way woke up the WWE. He forced them to listen to the crowd more. It's still an ongoing battle. It probably will never end. But without CM Punk, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, guys like that probably are not in the position that they are in now. They still might get jobs. They still might be here, but they're not treated with the respect that they get. He opened their eyes to what indie wrestlers could do, guys who don't fit the WWE product. He's still the voice of the voiceless. People still chant his name. He's the rallying cry of this sucks, you know? And he changed the way they look at things. And Daniel Bryan doesn't get to be Daniel Bryan most likely without CM Punk igniting that fire first, changing WWE from Jack Swagger to cool dudes.
I like that last little bit. All right, champ, first defend The Miz, and then we'll go to attacking the other.
Sure. I'm going to say The Miz because he's been there for a while, but even before the decade started, you know, like he paid his dues, if you will. Even though he is, a lot of people consider him like a part-timer because he leaves every so often to do his stuff, but it's now that WWE has gone public and it's not just a privately owned company, like he's exposing the brand out there even more. Like he usually doesn't go out there as, oh, this is Mike Mizanin and this is The Miz. Like he goes as The Miz. That's still the WWE name that he's taking with him. He just got nominated, you know, Wrestler of the Year, even though that's, you know, depending who makes that decision or not. And he does blur the line between what's real and what's not. Like especially with his promos, the way he's cutting them, especially as of late, he doesn't like Cena. It's pretty well known. So he's making that show, but he's being professional about it and keeping it there, even as upset as he might be. Unlike someone, you know, like when Punk dropped the pipe bomb, he was upset.
Sure.
So he made it so much more known. He wasn't real professional about it. Sure, it helped with the sales and the ratings, but it's not the way to go about it. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Why is The Miz not the most influential wrestler this decade?
Has Miz been solid player in WWE? Sure, but has he changed the game? Has he caused fans to say, wow, man, he took things to another level? Maybe for himself he has, but I think CM Punk brought more attention to, man, we need good promos. Man, we need good matches. Man, we need to give more chances to deserving people, not just bigger guys. Miz has done a good job, but change things? No. He's a fine Intercontinental Champion. He's a fine talker. He's a fine wrestler. But he's not someone who changed the way WWE does things and looks at things.
Okay. Why not CM Punk?
All right, CM Punk is like you're saying that with the crowd chanting, but the crowd chants for anything nowadays, really. Like, there's like they want to keep going with CM Punk. It's like Monday Night Raw, the 25th anniversary. I was there, and it's like people are still chanting, like, let it go. Like, I understand he's not here, and I understand you want him back, but accept it. If he's not coming back right now, just that's fine. Don't disrespect the wrestlers that are in there. That's the only thing that he's done. He's caused the fans to now be disrespectful of the product that's actually there. Everybody keeps wanting these older wrestlers to come back constantly. Like, oh, yeah, you're going to get a pop for when Stone Cold comes out. Give these guys that are in the ring the chance that CM Punk got these people to do. So it's like you're bringing AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, people that have made their names elsewhere already without CM Punk's help. So it's like now he's hurting the product that they have, like I'm not going to say Seth Rollins because he's been, he wasn't there, but the homegrown talent, if you will, the NXT people that are getting called up, they're not getting fair chances to prove themselves.
That's, I know you want to argue, but
okay,
you had your time. I know it's hard, but I have to keep, riding the ship. I think you both made accurate arguments against one another. I think you both made arguments that defended your selection. But for this argument alone, I have to go with the CM Punk one. You made some good things on it. I think a little bit more. The last question in the main debate round, who should be Triple H's retirement feud rival?
I'll probably see Randy Orton.
Randy Orton for the retirement?
Kevin Owens.
Very interesting. Let's hear Randy Orton first.
I want to see Randy Orton just because Triple H and Randy Orton have been through hell and back together, pretty much. Like he brought them up when they were young. They're part of Evolution. Like that was the Evolution. When he was the present, Randy Orton was supposed to be the future at that point. The reason I took a while to think about it is like, because do you really get retired by a youngin that hasn't been really established yet? And this is like the huge push that you give them for no reason? Not for no reason, but this is like their blessing, basically. Or do you get somebody that you've been there with for a while? So it's like, I feel like I'd rather go with Randy Orton. Their rivalry, I think, is good. They mesh well in the ring. I think they both would put on a good story with it, That's just how I feel that Randy Orton should probably go with.
Okay.
Randy Orton and Triple H do go way back, but that is a match and a feud we've seen many, many, many times. And I honestly don't think most fans would really clamor to see that again. I think Kevin Owens is a perfect final retirement match for Triple H. I think it has to be one of his NXT kids. Who better than Kevin Owens, the man he handed the Universal title to, the man he headbutted his father-in-law, tried to kill his brother-in-law. You could bring all that in there. And when you finally go into your retirement feud, I feel like a big thing coming out of it should be passing the torch to that next generation, giving the rub to somebody who really could take it and run with it. And I love Randy Orton, but right now, in the eyes of most fans, Kevin Owens is above Randy Orton in that, like, ooh, I'm excited to see this guy. Okay. And the promos and the stories there. And I love Kevin Owens.
That's a good starting point. Why not Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens is, again, everybody loves Kevin Owens. I don't know the person that doesn't. Sorry. I don't know the person that doesn't love Kevin Owens.
We got some color on the host.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Bots, we got a bots.
Champ, you're giving this one up.
I'm just saying the wrestler itself, just Kevin Owens, not in the fact of him retiring Triple H. It's because you're going to say he's going to pass the torch. But Kevin Owens he was himself. Triple H made him here in NXT type of thing. So it's like, okay, this is my product or whatever it is. But there's not like a long history to it because you're saying that you want to pass the torch. But it was like when Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair, like it wasn't passing the torch. It was just more like, like this person is worthy enough to do it. Like when Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker, everybody was upset about it because like, why is he losing this thing? Even though it wasn't a retirement match per se. You know what I mean? So I feel like Randy Orton doing it, it's more out of a respect. Like, you know what? I appreciate we went through hell and back. Thank you for giving me this honor to do this for you.
Okay. I like that argument. Why not Randy?
Again, I just think Randy Orton and Triple H is a match we've seen many, many times. I don't think most fans would honestly want to see it again. I love Randy Orton. He does not carry the same buzz as he once used to. Kevin Owens has a huge buzz. He's hated by regular fans. He gets legitimate heel heat. A face Triple H getting beat down, attacked, and beaten into submission into retirement by Kevin Owens would take him to another level as a heel. And again, he was handed the Universal title by Triple H, like a father figure in a way. And yes, they don't have so much history on camera just yet, but that can be built. But he's already feuded with the McMahons. That's all there. And yeah, case by case, some retirement matches aren't a younger guy, some are. I don't think Triple H's old rivals really match up to that final WrestleMania match that we would want to see from Triple H. I really think should be NXT, his creation, turning on him and finally ending him.
Yeah, I like that one too. My answer would have been Batista because Triple H has never beaten Batista, so I would have just been like, let the animal put Triple H out of his misery.
Misery.
I kind of think Triple H has already had 2 retirement matches. If you want to go with the young guy, it would have been him and Sheamus at WrestleMania 26, which is one of his more underrated matches, even though he went over. And then him and Taker 28, I think that would have been the perfect, just for both of them to walk away.
Yeah.
That's how it should have ended.
Yeah.
If I could do an honest trailer pseudo, like how this career should have ended, both of them, WrestleMania 28 walking out. I'm going to give the argument to KO. Challenger, you've taken a 10-0 lead, and we are going to head into a turnbuckle trivia round.
Oh, boy.
This is multiple choice.
Okay.
2 sets of 5 questions. So you get your own set of 5, he gets his own set of 5. If you don't know the answer, you can elect for multiple choice. Instead of being worth 2 points, your question goes to 1. Okay? Would you like set A or set B?
That's totally random.
Because all the questions in this category are Ring of Honor alumni in WWE.
Okay. And set A, set B, both Ring of Honor.
All Ring of Honor and WWE questions.
I guess I'll take set B.
Set B. Okay. So you're getting set A.
Oh, that's how that works.
That's how that works. All right, champ?
Interesting.
So set B, your first question. This NXT wrestler led the Combat Zone Wrestling Invasion in ROH. This is where I like to fuck with the talent.
I'll make it a multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Sami Zayn? Is it B, Tyler Black? Is it C, Cassius Ohno? Or is it D, Kevin Owens?
And just repeat the question one more time, please.
This NXT wrestler led the Combat Zone Wrestling Invasion of Ring of Honor.
I'll go with Tyler Black.
That is incorrect. It was Cassius Ohno, a.k.a. Chris Hero, because Chris Hero ain't nothing to fuck with. So your second question. This Ring of Honor stable, the Ring of Honor stable, Scum, Suffering, Chaos, Ugliness, and Mayhem, included this former WWE United States champion.
Former United States champion. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Kevin Owens? Is it B, Sami Zayn? Is it C, Tyler Black? Or is it D, Daniel Bryan?
Okay. So it can't be Sami Zayn because he was never U.S. champ. So it could be any one of those other 3. It was, Kevin Bryan or
Tyler Black,
Tyler
a.k.a.
Black.
Seth Rollins.
I have not a clue.
Take a guess.
I will take a guess. Daniel Bryan.
Incorrect. Kevin Owens,
Fuck.
a.k.a. Kevin Steen at the time. Your third question. Name this Ring of Honor tag team. Give me their team name. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. Make multiple choice. Let's have a shot.
Is it Red Dragon,
Okay.
Undisputed Era, the Bruiser City Beefcakes, or the Motor City Machine Guns?
Undisputed Era?
That's what they're called now.
Well, it's close
They were
then.
Red Dragon. Jesus. Your fourth question.
I only watch stuff that's on TV.
I love Ring of Honor. My apologies to Ring of Honor. I enjoyed watching Honor Reigns Supreme recently. Your fourth question. Which retired Ring of Honor champion spends his time now as a respected commentator?
A retired Ring of Honor champion.
Now a commentator.
In Ring of Honor? Or just somewhere in the
Ring
world?
of Honor
alumni.
in
Okay, in WWE. So, Corey Graves?
Nigel McGuinness.
No, I would have never.
Come on.
I don't watch Ring of Honor.
Your final question. This former Ring of Honor champion is nicknamed the American Dragon.
Daniel Bryan. Got one.
And our challenger now scores 2 points in his trivia segment. You extended your lead to 12 zip. The champ can now at least try to get these 10 points back. Champ, the Lex, your first question. And again, in the category of Ring of Honor alumni in WWE, which ROH alum and current NXT star is known as the Messiah of the Backbreaker?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Right.
Is it all right. Is it Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, or Roderick Strong?
Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong is correct for 1 point. Your second question, who was the inaugural, first ever Ring of Honor Pure Champion? That was like their pseudo intercontinental title. There were special rules with it. Multiple choice. Is it AJ Styles, Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, or Kevin Owens?
Tyler Black.
It was AJ Styles. It's the highest title he ever grossed in the company. Your third question. If you wanted to watch Cesaro's Ring of Honor matches, you'd have to search for him under this name.
Claudio.
I need the second name. It's his real name.
Yeah, Claudio Castro. I don't know. Something. I don't know the last name.
Claudio Castagnoli.
I knew it was an
Man, I told you.
ending. I know it was a G.
I should have took A, dude. I could have at least guessed some of these.
Okay, your fourth question. The Brainbuster and the 450 Splash are finishing moves of this former Ring of Honor champ and former WWE wrestler. Brainbuster and 450.
I don't know why I want to say Scott Steiner. I don't know why.
That's your answer?
Sure.
Let him say it.
Austin Aries. Come on, champ.
I'm not fucking watch Ring of Honor. What do you want me to do?
Right here.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
right.
Your fifth question.
We're gonna binge Nitro after this.
Who is the prime suspect? Who's the prime suspect regarding the identity of El Generico?
Sami Zayn.
Do you want to say that louder into the mic?
Does it pick it up though? Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn is correct.
because the mic is picking.
Champ, you scored 3. It is 12-3, and we move into a segment that is usually reserved only for the championship bouts. Melee booking.
Oh,
This round is worth 10
this.
points. Only one of you is going to take all 10, so he's either taking the lead or you're going to take a real commanding lead of this.
Okay.
The topic, let me segue into it. Ronda Rousey made her WWE debut at the Royal Rumble year 2018. It was a confusing introduction for the MMA veteran. She'll nonetheless have an opportunity to be a key player down the line with how we figure she's, getting paid. Your task is to book the best starter rivalry for her with the intention of getting her over. Because I know there's a sarcastic part of both of you that would just book her to just be buried. So, in this instance,
She has to go over.
she has to go over, and the player in the lead gets to book her feud first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I go first?
Yep.
Okay. So Ronda Rousey is very, very new to professional wrestling. They cannot just throw her out there right off the bat, one-on-one matches, because it could be an absolute disaster.
Yep.
She also could be a really, really big star for them if they take their time.
Yep.
The rumor thing right now is a big tag match at WrestleMania, which I think is the right way to go. Her versus Triple H and Stephanie, team her up with who's more over than anybody right now? Braun Strowman. So you have her and Braun Strowman run through them at WrestleMania, give her time to learn to wrestle. Then, as she gets her way on, Asuka,
So the question is her starter feud.
Yeah.
So let's say one-on-one. Who would you book her to build her up to that tag match? Right?
To that tag match?
To that tag match. So you give her 8 weeks to get ready. Who's she?
I honestly don't think we'll see her before that tag match. But
your challenge
if
should
she
you choose to accept it.
If she to start up, I would go with Nia Jax because I wouldn't want her beating up. Yeah, I wouldn't want her slapping around a fan favorite like Bayley or Sasha Banks. She has
to pay to watch her slap around Sasha.
Well, yeah. If a heel Sasha would be great. Can I change my answer? No? Okay. So Nia Jax.
Nia.
Ronda Rousey has to be presented as a force, a Brock Lesnar-like force.
Okay.
Her versus Nia Jax in a knockdown, drag them out, just two tough, badass women beating the holy hell out of each other. That's how you get Ronda Rousey over. Her taking a beating, her giving a beating.
Okay.
And yeah, she beats Nia Jax.
All right. How do you appropriately? I know you're not a Ronda fan, but before you give your answer, wouldn't you say that at least she's all in? Apparently, working a full-time schedule, like that's the plan.
Okay.
So she would. Okay.
That's fine. No, I mean that's fine. If I have to give her a feud, this
All right.
is starter feud. So we'll say starting from today. So that means WrestleMania we still have about a month and a half out, 6 weeks out, whatever it is. The rumors are still going to be that this tag match is going to take place. So it doesn't necessarily have to have any of those components in it.
Right.
I would say her first feud should be a safe worker, number one. Because if she's in the ring, you need a safe worker. Because it's a whole different world that she's coming from. Yes, she did judo, so it's more, throws and stuff like that. So she might be accustomed to that. I would say but have her face off with Becky Lynch. I feel like Becky Lynch is a good worker in the ring.
Move.
Her finisher is what? An armbar. Similar to something that she probably faced in UFC. So it's like, you know what? I have this knowledge. I know how to counter these things or whatever it is. That's something you can do like that. Yes, Becky's a fan favorite as well, but it doesn't really need to be heel and face. In this day and age, nobody knows who's anything. Miz gets pops like he's a face, but everybody knows he's a heel, and vice versa. Roman's supposed to be a face, and he gets booed like a heel. So faces and heels don't mean anything. But I think for a good starter feud to get her acclimated to the WWE way of working things, I say Becky Lynch is probably her best match.
You took the lead, champ. You took the lead. That was a superb argument. You thought outside the box. Why not book her in a SmackDown match? Why not?
Has she been confirmed for Raw?
She hasn't.
She came out and pointed at a sign too many times.
Yeah, well, I guess the bigger the Melee Rumble gets, I'll just constantly have you guys point at a banner I make. It's like, I'm going, even you knew you wanted to change your answer like halfway.
I don't understand the question.
It's booking. You got. What do we as fans do all the time? We book the crap out of shit we want to see.
She's not having a match before WrestleMania.
She's not.
It's not fantasy booking, though.
Excuse me. I make the questions here. I am the Grandmaster.
McMahon. Tyrant.
No. You can't help driving the bus over me, can I? I give you points. And, God dang it. Lex, I thought that was a great argument. I didn't see the Becky Lynch angle, but she's a believable opponent because she knows her MMA. She does a little jiu-jitsu training. So, yeah, that's the perfect booking argument in my eyes. And you go from being down 12-3 to being up 13-12. All right, let's move into the next round, which I'm throwing you for a loop. Typically, we try to end with a trivia round. This time, we're going to end with a debate round. So we're now going to trivia for round 4. We're in the championship rounds. And due to the power of movie magic, the whiteboards have now appeared on with our competitors. Gentlemen, this is the whiteboard round, which means you can both score points here. 10 questions, 1 point each. I have a feeling I'm not going to like what's written on the Lexus board. That's typically the case here. And your turnbuckle trivia whiteboard round topic is the last year of Punk.
Okay.
Some might call it the passion of the Punk.
God.
Get it? Haha. It was his last year, and I think we can all agree, if you wanted to bury a really over talent, you do it exactly this way, the way WWE did it. You burn them, you spurn them. Gentlemen, this is the year 2013, Royal Rumble January to 2014
Okay.
Royal Rumble to like the
That last.
podcast he did with Colt Cabana, the tell-all,
Okay.
the Meister, the lifetime movie of CM Punk on the Colt Cabana podcast. The first question, who aided CM Punk during his match with The Rock at the 2013 Royal Rumble? Champ, show me your board first. Show it to show me yours. Yeah, show it to them. Say it into the mic.
Don't know if I spelled it right. The Shield.
Both competitors
I
say
before
the
E.
Shield. I before E, except after C. Okay, so no lead change there. Question number 2. CM Punk's loss to The Undertaker at that year's WrestleMania 29, represents what numerical victory for the Dead Man at the Showcase of the Immortals? Did you know my question before I asked?
No, it's because I was there.
How did you know the question was going to turn to what number victory? You started writing the question?
No, because you start.
I don't know.
You said what numeric? No,
Show it.
This crap.
21 is
What other
correct.
question can it possibly be? Come on.
I could have said, what did he steal from The Undertaker?
That's not what you said. You said numeric, and that's what
His
I said
hat?
already.
I hate you. Question number 3. After a brief hiatus, Punk returned to face this man at Payback. 3, 2, 1. The champ has been counted out. Show it to the people. It is Chris Jericho.
You didn't just write that last.
And Guardino now ties it up 15-0. Question number 4. Paul Heyman betrayed CM Punk during what match? Show it to them. Chris Guardino scores with Money in the Bank. Can't believe our champ has
Whacked him with the
hashtag Doc
ladder.
Savage is a dick.
Again?
Again. Okay, that's just the story of my life. This person saved Heyman from Punk's wrath at Night of Champions 2013. Who saved Heyman's bacon? Okay, show me yours. Show it to the board. Ryback is correct. Guardino scores again. Feed. God, I hate that guy. Question, I guess this would be number 6 now because I had to readjust. Punk had to defeat this person for the right to name the stipulation for his match at Hell in the Cell 2013. He had to beat this person. 4, 3, 2. Brad Maddox is incorrect. Show it to them. Vince McMahon is incorrect. Curtis Axel,
Oh.
the forgotten Heyman guy. Come on. Your next question, who did Punk team with against Harper and Rowan at Survivor Series 2013? As the champ writes, just show me yours. Show it to them. Kane is incorrect. Daniel Bryan is correct. Both Daniel Bryan and CM Punk had to compete in 2 separate matches at TLC in December of 2013. Both matches had the same stipulation. What was the stipulation? All right. Show me. Throw it. Guardino is correct with a 3-on-1 handicap match. Daniel Bryan faced the Wyatts. CM Punk faced the Shield. That's why I couldn't give you the opponents. Who eliminated CM Punk from the 2014 Royal Rumble? 2, 1. You wrote Roman. You wrote Kane. Guardino is correct. Extending that lead even further. You're now 20. 20 points scored. With your final question. During a podcast interview with friend Colt Cabana, Punk confirmed that this person was his scheduled WrestleMania 30 opponent. Spot on. John Cena, show to the crowd. Triple H is correct. And we now head into the final round. The sound that runs the pound, Chris Guardino, our challenger, 21. Our champion, the Lex, 15. It is the final round of our championship melee. The challenger, Chris Guardino, 21. The champion, the Lex, 15. 5 questions, 2 points each. This is quick fire debate. Your first question. What was the lamest segment of the Raw 25 show? There were so many.
Somewhere. Wow.
Champ.
All the announcers in the back. It's just them just, oh my God, look who's here, look who's here. And the boogeyman comes out. It's like just, I don't know, man. It's just.
Okay. Do you want to limit yourself to the announcers or just all the backstage nonsense? Do you want to make it the APA stuff or like in the GM room with Teddy Long and the boogeyman?
So when Coach first went to see Kurt Angle and then Brother Love came in and then the next one came in.
The randomness.
Yeah, it was just
that random. Okay, the Brother Love segment.
I'm gonna say the segment with all.
You're struggling to remember the show.
I am. It was that bad.
Traumatized you.
I'm gonna say Undertaker because that had a huge.
That.
Okay.
Let him defend his. I don't want you to explode your whole argument here.
Because it's Raw 25. Like, I understand. There's a lot of people during that era that, and not even just during the era, it's Raw, 25 years of Raw, and you couldn't get, like, more iconic people. Like, that's the problem. And then what was this mishmash? Like, is it ringside people? Is it commentators, boogeyman? I don't know why he was there at all. Like, I understand, like, he probably not doing anything. Can only book him because everybody else is actually doing something with their lives. I mean, it was just confusing. I don't think there was a need for it at all. Like,
that's a good
Undertaker's segment was probably the most hyped and most anticipated, and people were thinking maybe this kicks off something to WrestleMania. Maybe this is something huge. Is he back? Is he not back? And he literally just came out, said like 4 sentences, hit the hits, and left. And that's almost never, ever what Undertaker does. When Undertaker comes up, it's special. He does something. So that was pretty lame. And if he's going to have a match at WrestleMania, that really ruined the mystique of his return. Yeah. And what do we expect from all the old goofy people? Old people being goofy. Yeah. So
the only problem with your argument is your argument. It's not the lamest. It's the most disappointing because people wanted it. We didn't ask for your segment. We didn't need your segment. We didn't want your segment. The Lex takes the 2 points there. It's now 21-17. 4 questions left. Your second question. This one you guys are going to fight over. What is the best WrestleMania of this decade?
2010.
Being WrestleMania 26.
Okay.
So WrestleMania 26 through 33 so far.
I'm going to say WrestleMania 31.
Okay, the Seth Rollins WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And that hurts you because you're such a Rollins fan. I need an answer, champ. I need an answer. 26, 27?
28.
Okay. Why WrestleMania?
Okay, we'll start off with the main event, a super hot, super over Brock Lesnar taking on the most hated man in WWE, Roman Reigns. People holding their breath for 15 minutes in a brutal, hard-hitting death match. Out comes Seth Rollins, the superstar of 2014, for the first ever Money in the Bank cash-in, an explosion, an unforgettable all-time top 10 WrestleMania moment. Okay, undercard, John Cena versus Rusev. Rusev undefeated leads to the United States Challenge, the resurrection of the United States title. We also have Undertaker returning, reestablishing his dominance against the RKO in the air with Seth Rollins and Randy Orton.
Okay, 28.
Triple H, Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels on top of the ramp. Like, that image alone. Like,
that's the moment you're selling me the way he sold me on the Seth thing. But what else makes that card?
I don't even care. Like, it's that. Like, that's what it is. I'm sorry. Like, that's...
Champ.
He took my answer. There's nothing else I can do. I'm sorry. Like, he took my answer.
I'm sorry. The Rock returning to WrestleMania.
For what?
Then why would you give me that Mania?
Because that's the only...
Okay, by default, the champ agrees that outside of his moment, you had the better Mania.
Pretty weak undercard for 28, too. Like, not so great. Cody Rhodes, Big Show. Like, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus turned out to be great later on because of but that was a disappointment.
This is a pick your poison, gentlemen. Pick your poison. Celebrate Rusev Day or walk with Elias?
Rusev Day.
So you get to walk with Elias. Why is celebrating Rusev Day the better option here?
Rusev is super hilarious. He's a big, thick man. He's awesome to hang out with. He has a sidekick who can sing, aid in English. He has a smoking hot wife. Rusev Day is the best day. Walk with Elias, what is he going to do? Sing me a lame song that barely rhymes. Rusev Day, all day, every day.
I want to point out, before you make your argument, if you don't win this question, you lose.
Yeah.
Why is it better to walk with Elias than celebrate Rusev Day?
You can actually relax with Elias and celebrate. I understand celebrations, everybody wants to be all elated all the time, but just chill out sometimes. Listen to some, some acoustic music. Like, he played WWE. Like, he took it with him. He's like, you know what? This stands for Walk with Elias. Like, I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. He can actually be the face of it because, you know what? You're walking with Elias, which is what WWE stands for. For non-wrestling fans, you can actually convince them, like, this is the guy, because this is why they named the company.
I didn't think you could make a decent argument with that. You could have given me so much more, like Elias, how he treats the fans. You gave me the parts of what make Rusev Day. And we have a new Melee World Champion at a score of 25-17. He debuted 2 months ago, and the sound that runs the pound is our champion. But before I get to the praise, I'd like to praise our first champion. Not everyone can say I went into the Rumble #1 in the first Rumble and eliminated everyone else. It's most certainly not our current Rumble winner. He didn't eliminate everybody, at least not without the help of this guy. You did it on your own. You defended it at Mania the way Hogan did. You defended it in still the most brutal squash match in Melee history. But the new challenger rises, and like any great video game, the new challenger should always raise your level. He raised you up.
That was a battle.
Congratulations to the sound that runs the pound. You get to face your buddy, Steve Resk. Melee Mania 2, Melee Mania Dos, for our championship. First Melee Mania was the Battle of Friends. Melee Mania 2, the saga continues. Battle of Friends. I am Doc Savage. The king is dead. Long live the king. The champ is dead. Long live the champ.
Hey, I'm just saying, man.
The sound that runs the pound. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in exactly 2 to 4 weeks whenever I can book another one. Yeah. Doc Savage signing off. Adios.